Hello students, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about occupation. And first off, I quickly want to go through what we have already done, just because we haven't looked at it in a while. So first, we're currently busy on Unit 6, Design and Technology. The vocabulary we have is advantage, biodegradable, disadvantage, microorganism, storage. Those are our 5 vocabulary words we practiced. And let's just quickly run through what we already did, just to give us an idea of what we are going to do. So firstly, we're going to talk about the basic knowledge of technology. So what is the meaning of technology? Technology means the practical use of scientific discoveries, whether they are skills or resources, to create products or methods in order to solve problems and increase human capabilities. So technology helps us to do things in a faster and better way. In everyday life, humans use technology from when we wake up in the morning until when we go to bed at night, as shown in the example below. So these are just a quick example of types of technology that we use. So in the morning, we wake up using an alarm clock. It's a part of technology. We use a kettle or an urn to boil some water, to make a cup of coffee or tea. After that, we can go to the BTS and get on the train to go to work. And then the last little bit is we use laptops and working computers where we are, also use our mobile phones. Plus, in the evenings, we can watch some television before we go to bed. So as you can see, technology is all around us, but even on the basic things, like without technology, we would not have, without electricity, we would not have light. So if there's no technology, we wouldn't have electricity. No electricity means no lights. And no lights means we cannot use any of these things because we have no electricity. Okay. We also spend some time looking at the evolution of technology, but we also looked at when stuff was invented, when we played a little game last time. But let's quickly go through the evolution of technology again. The technologies that we use in everyday life include equipment, tools, appliances, and methods. All of these different technologies have been developed over a long period of time in order to benefit humanity. What does that mean? It means to benefit us. By studying how technologies have developed over time, or in other words, how they have evolved, we can develop better technologies in the future by using the past as a guide. The evolution of technology can be categorized in different ways. In this section, 5 important steps in the evolution of technology are shown. So let's have a look. What are they going to show us? The 5 steps. So the 5 steps, the first one is the evolution of light, the source of light. So in the past, we had to make candles from beeswax. And then we started making lanterns. And later on, we discovered the bulb by Sir Isaac Newton. And that created our modern day lights. And in the future, I say we might be working on LED lights because they are a far better replacement for our common CFL lights. So the second one was in cleaning. So what happened in cleaning? Let's take that arrow away. So the second source of evolution is cleaning. We had source of light, cleaning. So in the past, we used a broom for sweeping. And I think a lot of us still have these types of brooms in our houses. But with modern technology, we are able to use a vacuum cleaner, which sucks up all the dirt, so you don't have to sweep it. And in the future, we will be using robots to clean. Like my friend that lives in America, he has a small little round robot that they turn on the robot, and the robot just roams around vacuuming the floor. So it cleans the floor. So that is 2 out of the 5. So 2 out of the 3. I'm only going to look at the 3 here. The next one is sending messages or communication. And this one, very simple. In the past, we used to write letters to each other, and we had to send it via the post. And way back then, when we didn't have any post offices or any fast ways of traveling, we had to walk to deliver letters or use birds or doves to carry our letters. Now today, in the present, we can use the mobile phone to call our friends, send text messages, go on social media, talk to people around the world. And we also have the laptops or computers, which we can use to conduct our business, to play games, to watch movies, to create a lot of things. So that is the current part of what we have. Like I am using a laptop now while I am recording this video. And we're using a different software to help us to record the video. So that is already a big step up. And in the future, I believe that maybe we will have some sort of microchip that they put inside our brains to make us even smarter and make us use our mobile phones and all our electronic devices easier. Okay. But today I wanted to look at some creative ways how we can actually create creative ways of how we can actually use technology in our daily lives. So let's have a little look at it. So technology has been developed to help humans in their everyday life. However, technology may have advantages as well as disadvantages. Remember, advantages we say is good. Ping, 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 ping. Advantages is good, and disadvantages is bad. Okay. So depending on how it is used, it can either have advantages or disadvantages. To creatively use technology to give us the most benefit, we should use technology that is safe for ourselves, for others, and for the environment. So we need to try and use technology safely. Why? Because we don't want to damage the planet. We don't want to cause harm to Earth, because this is our home. We have to take care of our home. Otherwise, if we destroy our home, where will we live? We cannot live on the moon and we cannot live on Mars yet. So for currently, we have to take care of Earth so that we can live here for many years. So in that sense, when we use technology, we should use technology that's safe to use for ourselves, so we don't get any injuries or maybe get some disabilities. Also to others, we don't want to cause harm to others, and then ultimately to the environment. We don't want to cause any harm to the environment. We want to try and preserve it for as long as possible so that we can also live our lives as best as possible. So we should also think about how technology may save us time, money, and effort. And the examples are shown below. Now, before we look at the examples, let's quickly think of a few ways that technology can save us time. So the one thing I would say, save us time. Oh, this color. Let me change the color. It's not working for me. Is what you want to save time, money, and effort. What can we use? Now, a very simple one would be, I'll show you the application on my cell phone. A very simple one that we can use to save us some time, money, and effort would be, let me see if I can get this, a calculator. So if you use a calculator can help you calculate complex answers very fast. So this saves us some time and effort by doing all the work ourselves. But we cannot use a calculator while we are learning English, because then we will never learn. But once we know how to do it, we can use that to save some time and some effort. What else can we use? For example, we can use a rice cooker. A rice cooker we can use to help save us some time and effort, because we put the rice in the rice cooker, add some water and close it. And we press a button and we come back later when the rice is cooked. Well, if you don't do that, you have to make rice on a stove. And that takes a lot more time and effort, and ultimately could cost you money because you spend your time on it. Okay, those are just two very simple ways of how technology helps us. Let's look at what they wanted to show us and see what are the ones they mentioned. So, first thing they mentioned is a washing machine. Now, a washing machine is an excellent invention because we used to spend hours and hours washing the clothes by hand. So the washing machine helps us because it's technology that helps to save time and effort compared to hand washing. But the one thing that the washing machine cannot do, it cannot clean as well as hand washing. Because hand washing, you can spend extra time trying to get rid of the stains. While a washing machine just washes everything together, it doesn't really put too much effort into cleaning stains. So for that matter, the hand washing is better. Okay, so if you use the washing machine, it helps to wash all the clothes at one time. So it makes it easier and saves some time. But washing by hand will always wash our clothes cleaner. So even though the washing machine does have some advantages, it also has some disadvantages we also have to consider. The next one we have is a computer. It's technology that helps people when learning, working, or surfing the internet. So the computer is probably one of the better inventions along with the internet. Because with that, we can go on the internet and find out information about anything in the world. If someone has posted something about it, it is possible to find it. The thing with the internet is we have to always be a little bit careful because there's a lot of bad places to go on the internet where we don't want to go. Plus, there's also a lot of people that give wrong information or just want to tell a story but don't give accurate information. So sometimes we have to read 2 or 3 different pages to find out what information is accurate and valid in all cases. So the computer really helps us a lot. Like I already told you, I am recording this video using the computer. In the past, this was never possible. When I was your age, online teaching was not possible. There was not good enough internet, not good enough computers to do all these things. So we are actually very blessed to be able to still learn and be taught, even though we are at home. So in that sense, we should thank the people that created the computer for giving us the opportunity to study from home. Okay. The computer also has a bad side. And the disadvantages of a computer is it can take a lot of time from your life because you spend a lot of time on there. You could maybe be doing other things rather than just sitting in front of the computer. So technology has benefits, but also has disadvantages or shortcomings. Now, the next one we have is an automatic teller machine, ATM. Now, these ones, you can find them usually outside of 7-Elevens. You will find them at PT stations. You find them at the bank themselves. So these are machines where you insert your bank card. Do I have a bank card here to show you? Yes. So you have a bank card that you can use. You insert the bank card. You type in the PIN and you tell the bank how much money you want, and the bank gives you the money. That is if you have enough money on your card. So why does that help us? Because now we can save our money in one place, which is safe. The banks are a very safe place to keep your money, because the amount of money in the bank is not your money. Your money is on the card, and that card is linked to the system. So if the system says this is how much money you have, then that's how much money the bank will give you. So in the past, we had to save all our stuff at home. And that is very dangerous because anyone can come, maybe break into your house and take your things. And because all your belongings were kept with you, if something happened to you, someone can just take everything and then you have nothing left. So it's very good invention is the automatic teller machine or the ATM, where we can easily go just withdraw some money that we need for today. And then the last one we look at here is producing herbal extracts. It's an interesting choice they made here. Let's read what they say. So from neem trees is a technology that uses natural pesticides instead of chemical ones, which is safer for both people and the environment. So how did technology help us? In the past, when you were a farmer, you had to do everything yourself with your 2 hands. Along came technology, and technology created vehicles that we can use. So vehicles that can help plow the land, vehicles that can help you seed the land. And there's even some vehicles that have like these big hose pipes, look like a big water fountain that they can open up to spray like a mist. And then they put some chemicals in the water and spray while they drive past to kill all the insects and keep away the rodents. So these are all stuff that we used to do by hand. You had to take a bucket and seeds and put a seed in each hole. So if you have 1,000 holes, you have to plant 1,000 seeds. But you first have to make 1,000 holes to plant all the seeds. And nowadays we also get machines that if you have finished growing your plants, the machine will drive over them and it will harvest your plants for you. So especially stuff like wheat is one of those ones that they can harvest, and they form like these big balls that they tie with a type of string. So yes, technology has helped us to plant better, more effective, to save money and time. It also helped us to harvest more effectively, and also help us to sell through the internet our products so that they don't go bad. So all in all, technology has provided us with a lot of benefits over the past 20, 30 years. The problem a lot of people have with technology is it might be growing too fast. And then we might lose track of how fast it is growing. But every year there's new inventions, new things, people discovering how to do things better and faster to help save us time and money. So the last little bit that I wanted to look at is renewable energy. So renewable energy is the future for energy in our society. That is just one fact of life. We will not be able to have our electricity like we have in our houses and in our shops and everywhere the way we used to, because we use coal power to produce that electricity. And the amount of coal is becoming less and less every year. And eventually we will run out of coal resources. And then we have no energy. So people are becoming smarter, and they found out ways where they can use different natural resources to create energy. For instance, they can use the sun to create solar power energy. They can use the ocean or big lakes and dams to create water turbines. And these water turbines create energy through friction. And lastly, they can also use the wind for hydropower, where they put up wind turbines. And you can see some of these wind turbines at Kauko. If you visit Kauko, you can see they have like a farm of these wind turbines. Now these wind turbines turn with the wind, and as they turn, they generate some electricity. So the renewable forms of electricity is something that a lot of people are trying to invest in. But I also still believe that we have to invest more in the technology of it, so that we can produce cheaper and more effective ways to make these renewable energies. So let's look at what they tell us here. Renewable energy is energy that comes from natural resources that are replaced naturally, such as solar energy from the sun, wind, water, and biomass, plant material that are used to produce or provide energy. So renewable energy sources that have already been used in Thailand include burning bagasse, or the sugarcane stalks that remain after the juice has been removed to produce electricity. So this is another way. Burning plant matter, what they are using in Thailand to create some energy. Making biogas from animal dung. So that's a different type of electricity or energy we have, is biogas. They can make it from the feces or dung of animals. Installing solar panels on top of roofs of buildings. So these are, at the bottom, you can find a picture of solar panels over here. These are the solar panels. And lastly, using wind and water to produce electricity. Okay. We'll look a little bit more into renewable energy in the next lesson, but I just wanted to do a quick example and overview for you about what is renewable energy and how important it really is for our society. It is more important than ever. And it is because of this that Elon Musk made the electric car, the Tesla. He made the electric car because also oil is also a resource that we are depleting or we are going to use up in the future. So we need a new way to power our vehicles. Okay. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new and you had some fun. And I see you guys then in the next video. And take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.